Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Fonta, Flora Brewing Company out of Nebo, North Carolina. This is part of their mixed culture barrel aged Gose series. If you can probably see by the picture there, this one's peach one. So they all have different fruit, and then they have some added like spice or herb. This one has lemon basil in it and peaches. Usually the herb is not like super pungent, so I'm hoping, I will say, the strawberry one was basically like a smaller version of of Rhythm Rug, and the raspberry one was like a smaller version of Razzmatazz. I'm hoping this is somewhat similar to Funk Fuzz. We'll see. I've not had this yet. And this is 4.8 ABV. So, crack it open and see what we got. So you can see it pours a pretty cloudy straw color with there was a small white head that dissipated pretty quickly. Oh man. So there's definitely as much, if not more, peach aroma in this than there is in Funk Fuzz. That's pretty crazy. There's not like as much of that like acidic. I don't want to say vinegar because Funk Fuzz isn't vinegary. But there's something with the lactic acid that's in that beer that like you can tell just by smelling it that's going to be more sour than this. But you definitely get some of the funk that's in all of the other ones. A little bit of like old book and cobweb, and there's some oak there too. It smells absolutely fantastic, and I'm really excited to drink this because I'm actually going out there tomorrow. So I'm hoping if this is really good, I'm going to buy more of it. Oh my gosh. That is so good. Up until this point, the strawberry one was definitely my favorite one. This gives it a run for its money. Nice bright peach character. There's a decent acidity to this. I would say it's probably about the same tartness as their mixed culture saisons. It does have similar flavors to Funk Fuzz, but it's not, the peach isn't quite as strong in the flavor, but it's definitely there for sure. It's not quite as sour, and the acidity and the peach are like big up front, but they don't follow through all the way, or not, the acidity is not big really anywhere. The peach is really big up front, but it finishes with like a nice like just grainy and like saison-y yeasty character, but not like mixed culture saison, like a little bit of that estery character that you would get from saison yeast. Yeah, I mean, so I'll say for this what I've said about all of their other ones. Is it quite to the level and quality of the AWAS beers? No, but it's also like 25 No, probably. It's like 30% of the price. So when you scale that, it makes it because I think those bottles are worth the money that they're charging for those, and they're like 30% of the price, but they're definitely not 30% of the quality. They're like 80% of the quality, and quality is probably not the best word to use because it's just as much. Really, it's just as much quality. It just doesn't have as much complexity. That doesn't mean that the quality is less. It's just less complex. It's a more simple beer. So for the price, you're not gonna get. I mean, this is honestly cheaper than most fruited kettle sours that you can find. But even if it was the same price, it is miles beyond those and so much more complexity and depth. I absolutely love this series. My only hope is that this doesn't replace the fruited saison series, the non-sour, non-wild fruited saison series, because those are so good too, and they're way different than these. I wouldn't say better or worse. They're just different, and I don't want this to replace that. That doesn't mean that I think the other ones are better. I like them both a lot, and I want them to exist separately. Yeah, there's no one else that's doing something like this, at least that I know of. I don't know anyone that's doing legitimate mixed culture beers for this price and this type of 4-pack distribution type thing. I just don't know anyone else that's doing it. Excuse me. If you know if someone else is doing it, please let me know, because I'd like to buy some of those too on top of these, because these are just absolutely fantastic and they're so worth the money. So on my scale of buy, drink, dump, this is obviously a buy. I'm going to buy more of it tomorrow when I go there. I think this is my favorite one out of all of them. It's so good. Just a really nice, light. Honestly, if this didn't have the slight like salinity character, I would just think that they made like a peach mixed culture saison, because that's really what it tastes like to me. And I don't the lemon basil. I don't really know that. This does have a little bit of like an herbal character, but I thought that was something just from the yeast, but maybe it is from that. I don't know. But yeah, it's just another really, really great beer from these guys. No surprise, but any of these beers in this series, I highly recommend seeking out. They're so good. I know they're done with making them, but I think they still have a couple of the most recent ones left, and I think they're sitting some bottle shops around, which is crazy to me, but they are. So I would definitely look for those. That's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.